Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress. And as you could tell by my sexy feminine attire, it's Freaky Friday, y'all. The day we've all been waiting for. At least I have. And you know I love a Freaky Friday. Before we get started, you guys know the routine. I say this every week, and I definitely mean it and need it every week. Please go hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons below. They all help my channel to grow. Your support is forever appreciated. So please take the time to go hit that like, share, and subscribe right about now. I'll wait. Waiting. I'm waiting. Thank you. So the fit for tonight is just something feminine and girly. You know, I've been really zhuzhing it up for y'all for the last couple weeks, and I just thought this was cute and feminine. And you know, this was my vibe. This was my vibe for tonight. So this is what y'all got. Hope y'all like it. Let me know in the comments if you like my feminine flowery stuff. But tonight's show, in case y'all didn't catch it, is about hands. Catch these hands. Tonight I want to talk about hand fetishes, okay? The scientific name for hand fetish is Quirofilia or Serophilia. It had two different names. So let's start with the fact that being attracted to hands and a hand fetish is not the same thing, okay? You could say, oh, somebody's hands is nice or whatever. What makes it a fetish is if you sexualize it and you need it to get turned on or to have an orgasm, okay? So I'm not talking about just a simple, oh, you know, you like hands. You know, hands is one of those things that a lot more people are into than what you actually think, and it makes a lot of sense that people are into it because your hands are always on display. The only time your hands are not on display is if you're wearing gloves, and how often does that really happen? It's very easy to see somebody's hands all the time and then to fantasize about their hands because it's not one of those parts of your body that you ever hide. So let's say you work with somebody, they could be sitting there looking at your hands getting off, and you would never know if somebody has a hand fetish for you unless they came out and said it. You probably won't even notice if somebody is staring at your hands, to be honest. But what I will say is, you know, it's not surprising to me that hands are like a thing because, you know, from the time you're a kid, like what's the biggest thing you want to do? You want to hold hands with somebody. And, you know, that seems very innocent, and it is because when you're a kid, you don't know. But your hands, in your fingertips, you have over 3,000 nerve receptors in your fingertips. You have over 17,000 nerve receptors in the palm of your hand. So, you know, I always talk to you guys about nerves and how parts of our bodies are connected. And it's like, you know, these nerves in your hand extend to other parts of your body, and you could then get turned on just from somebody holding your hand or caressing your hand a certain way, putting something in your hand, you know, whatever. So I tell this story all the time about nerves. Like when I got my tattoo on my back, I felt the pain in my nipples. Like they weren't even anywhere close to my nipples, but they were tattooed on my back, and I felt it in my nipples because the nerves were sending it there. So it's like the body is just a fascinating thing. It's super fascinating. Things that you think could not be sexual at all could totally be sexual because of nerves and how your body works. The different parts of the hand that could turn people on, it could be the palm of your hand that turns people on. It could be the back of your hand that turns people on. It could be your nails that turn people on, which in my case, most of the time it's my nails. I get so many compliments on my nails and my hands being sexy, especially with the show. And it's funny because me and my nail tech, Erratic Affair, nail tech extraordinaire, hey girl, hey. Me and her always talk about my nails on the show. And when I get my nails done, she was like, oh no, these nails about to look hot on the show. And like, I pay attention to my nails on the show. You know, when they're broken or messed up, I'll be so upset because I'm like, oh, it's messed up my look. But like, you know, they just make me feel sexy. They make me feel sexy. I like how they look in pictures, and they do it for me. And obviously they do it for other people because I hear about it all the time, okay? The nails in particular, I totally can understand them being sexualized because you know, when you're touching your body, caressing your body, you know, having nails, it just changes the way it looks. Not that it's not sexy when you don't have nails, but I mean, as you can see, it just makes it look more sensual, more erotic, and I'm still doing the same thing. It would not look the same if I did not have nails. Um, Nails also are fun in the bedroom. They're fun for scratching, they're fun for caressing, and this is a little secret that I don't know if the guys know, but when we get our nails done, we call these dick grabbers. I cannot tell you how many guys enjoy seeing a woman's hands and with her nails done holding their member while they're showing them what that mouth do or giving them a hand job, which brings me to my next subject of hand jobs. Hand jobs are just as old as holding hands, and you know, the visual of it is sometimes just as important as the actual action of it. And honestly, I just think it looks better when your nails is done. If you're giving somebody a hand job, it looks more elegant, it looks more sexy, alluring, um, seductive. I love that word for nails, seductive. So that's definitely one of the things that turn people on about hands. I remember I used to deal with this guy when I was in college, and he used to come out there to see me. And one of the things that he would love for me to do was give him a hand job. Like, he never really wanted anything else. He just loved for me to give him a hand job. And I said, well, why do you like this so much? And he was like, your hands are so damn soft. Like, they just feel so good on me. Like, I just love it. And like, maybe he had a thing for hands. I don't know. Another thing that really turns on people that have hand fetishes is watching you touch yourself. Whether that be them just watching you pleasure yourself or mutual pleasure where you guys watch each other. That could be a huge turn on for somebody that has a hand fetish. It just overall makes it look more sexy and hot. And I also want to say that the hand thing isn't just men into women's hands, it's also women into men's hands. I know for me, for example, whenever I see a man with big hands, the first thing I think of is, oh wow, he's probably really good at giving a hand spanking because his hands are so big. And over the knee hand spankings is like my favorite. So that's the first thing I think of. And I know that's not like the typical thought that women say when they see a man's hands, but that's the first thought that pops into my head all the time. Me and the girls at my job have been joking around lately about this guy that comes to deliver the mail. He looks like Fabio. Y'all remember Fabio from the romance novels back in the 90s, 80s or whatever. I'm probably dating myself, but he literally looks like Fabio. Not that I thought Fabio was hot, but he has huge hands, like huge hands. And he's not attractive, but I'm still looking at his hands like, wow, he probably gives a good spanking. Like, it's just one of them things. I know some women also like a man with veins in his hands for whatever reason. That I cannot explain. I don't know why we like that. I happen to like it too. Not a lot of veins, but just enough. Like, I guess it's like the whole muscle thing. You know, when you're muscly, you have the veins or whatever. So seeing them in your hands is kind of the same concept. I don't know. But we like to see the veins in your hands. And also for me, the touch of your hand matters. Huge to me. I don't like when a guy's hands are too soft, like, you know, like office hands, like you've been pushing papers all day. You know, I like it when a guy has a little bit of softness, but also a little bit of roughness, like somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't want to think that you've been pushing papers all day. I want to know that you have done some work with your hands. It's like a manly thing that I like, because, you know, I like that manly shit. But yeah, the texture and touch of your hand. Another thing that's appealing to people with hand fetishes is the temperature of your hand. Having hot hands sometimes could be very sensual, especially if you're giving somebody a massage. When you go get a massage and they do hot oil, you know, hot hands, like it just relaxes you. So massages is another thing that could definitely turn somebody on if they have a hand fetish. I mean, I know I love a great massage with a nice set of strong hands with some hot oil, some hot coconut oil. I love it. But you know, 9 times out of 10, a massage just leads to getting it in. So I haven't met not one guy who could just give a woman a massage without it turning into him rubbing her butt and then it leads to sex. Like, y'all do the massages to get laid. Like, let's keep it real. Y'all been doing that for forever. I remember in college, that was the famous line, oh, let me give you a massage. Like, yeah, you want to give me a massage, then you gonna rub my booty, and then we won't be getting it in. So, where the guys that just actually like to give a girl a massage? Because shit, I work hard. I need a massage, and sometimes that's all I want is a massage and a bowl of ice cream. Thank you. That was a side note. Another thing that people with hand fetishes like is the contrast in color. I know somebody who prefers to date people who contrast them in color because they like that. Like, you know, I'm not very contrasting because I'm just a light bright, but as you can see, the back of my hand is one color, the inside of my hand is another color. But people with darker skin have darker out here and lighter in here. Sometimes people get turned on by the contrast in color. That really doesn't do it for me because I just love black. Black is my thing. I love black men. Shout outs to the brothers out there. Love y'all. Love from the Empress. Love y'all. And I love a dark-skinned brother, but I love a light-skinned brother too. So as long as you're a brother, we good. The other thing I want to talk about with hands is that I find that when I'm in dominatrix mode, Miss My Way mode, my hands are an integral part of my play. I am known for scratching, gripping, digging my nails into certain parts of my slave's body, and I get off on that. And I have met several clients and slaves who are definitely into the pointy nails and being scratched. So, you know, I just want to say in closing, you know, make sure you go out here, man or woman, and get your manicures and stuff like that, because it could be the difference. Like, somebody could be falling in love with your hands. We be so worried about how our clothes look, how our hair look, how our makeup look, what we wearing, like, you know, all these different things. But sometimes it's the simple things, you know, like just your hands. That brings up another story. I used to deal with this girl, because, you know, I swim in the lady pond from time to time. I used to deal with this girl back in the day, and she didn't drive, and I used to go pick her up. And the whole time I was driving, she would be staring at my hands, and she would always say, oh, your hands is so sexy. Like, I just love how your hands look when you grip the steering wheel. And I thought it was weird at the time, but I wasn't who I am now at that time. And like, now I get it. Like, there are certain parts of your body that somebody could be turned on about that you just are not even paying attention to. Like, you could have a nose that somebody likes. You could have eyes that somebody likes. You could have somebody that likes your ears. Like, you never know. Hands is just another one of them things. You never know who could be falling in love with your hands, and you never know who could be sitting there thinking about, damn, I want to know what her hands feel like on me, or I want to know his hands feel like on me. Oh, his hands look like this, or whatever. People be having thoughts about you, and you don't even know. So, best bet, stay up in the manicures, okay? Because you never know who's looking at your hands and saying, God damn. Hey yo, thanks for watching. My contact information is below. Please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is always appreciated. But if you want to show that support with them dollars though, throw your girl a cash app, you feel me? Until we meet again, smooches.